Next one we'll look at is understanding the double stand of US on ethnic cleansing that is going on in Nigeria. US is standing on a keg of gunpowder by the present US administration that is pretending not to understand the terrorism that is going on in Nigeria. They do as if they're not seeing it. But what they don't know is that they are sitting on a keg of gunpowder. You all must remember that before this present administration, the past US administration and the affiliates understood the situation enough that they placed Nigeria on terror watch list and country of particular concern, CPC. But this present constitution came, a present administration came and turned everything upside down. If you look, as if US is standing here, as if they're standing there. So it's like double standard. Yet, over 100,000 deaths, 100,000 people are being massacred. The CBN News, a news station at US, call it slow motion genocide and ethnic cleansing. As we speak, 3.5 million people have been driven out of their ancestral homes and rendered them homeless and jobless. Yet people are pretending as if they don't know what is going on. So we're saying that the failure of US to stand up for the defenseless people and the oppressed people, and their failure to speak up and call a spade, all this will only help to expand, embolden, and empower the terror network residing in Nigeria. Please, can we go to the next slide?
I think this is a good point to remember. Whenever the so-called religious groups, whenever they come to Africa to dig wells and dig boreholes and do all these things and build school, we are using this opportunity to ask you guys, to ask your government to stop meddling in the affairs of other people's nation, to stop putting in people that are not able to run the country, to stop allowing people that are subjugating their people to benefit from that. Until they do that, we don't need any borehole. We know how to dig boreholes. We don't need any schools. We know how to build schools. We know how to teach. We have doctorates. We have PhD. We have all kinds of things to take care of our people. The power that be will not allow our people to be. And this is what we need people to understand. We know that it's not the American citizens that are causing what's happening or the British citizens. It's the people that are running the countries that are causing all this mayhem. So you church groups and members of association and all these people that are wondering what's going on in Africa, go and contact your what is it called, your leaders. Go and contact your leaders. Ask them, what is it that we can do for Africa to thrive? What is it that you guys can do to allow Africa to prosper? Because we cannot continue with this, especially if we are so worried about illegal immigrants. People need to be able to live in their ancestral lands and not be afraid of being killed.
Exactly. So if America continues to do what America is doing under this present administration, by having a double stand, they are only expanding the terror network, and it will go around, it will hit everyone. People will say, last, everyone will chop breakfast. If you do not stand up to speak up for the oppressed, eventually the terror network will grow so big and it will go around. This serious threat is not only to America, it's to the entire globe. everyone will be affected. What is going on in Nigeria is disaster waiting to happen. It is US national security challenge because the world is now a global village. You see, when people brought COVID, did it not spread everywhere? Did it not affect everyone? That's the same thing with terrorism. If you continue to allow terror to grow in one part of the world, pretending you don't know what is going on, giving it all different names and interpretation, whether what are they even calling it? Climate change, headers,
Farmers
farmers,
and headers clash.
clashing, lying to yourselves, deceiving yourselves. We can assure you that this breakfast will go round. This disaster is waiting to happen. Like my sister said, citizens of the world must talk to their country. They must stop playing these games that they're playing because it's coming for everyone. It will happen not just to the Americans living in Nigeria, but Americans also living in America. Remember 9/11. Remember the Christmas bombing. Terror is not waiting for anyone. It's not going to hide. It will spread everywhere, which is why it's so important for people to know what is going on so that they can play the role they're supposed to play. It is important to understand what is going on. Very important. If you continue to allow yourself to be distracted, the network will continue to expand, the evil network, until it cannot be contained anymore. This is when to stand up. America cannot continue to have a double standard. They must stand against terror, and so that it will be taken care of. Thank you.